Hello, Hojoz here. Welcome back to a Hojoz video stream, or rather, Hojoz extra stream. I messed up a little bit, which meant that I actually began the craft modification process without you guys. I apparently didn't opt to actually start the stream on YouTube. Yeah, these are the noobish issues. Anyway, I already started on modifying the C Andromeda Sari Mark III, which the Mark II was originally intended for PFC 10, although I already had my 2 entries filled at the time that I could submit it. Also, I didn't opt to submit the C Andromeda Sari Mark III, Mark II, A2. I'm sorry. I also have Trimedium Mark I, which I'm also going to modify from a PFC 10 entry. This actually enters PFC 10. Anyway, where I last left off, I stripped everything that I needed to strip off the C Andromeda Sari. I shortened the C Andromeda Sari and I made it a little less wide. Now the center of mass is looking here in the middle, which I exactly want. That's exactly what I want, what I intended. I removed the fuel tanks though, so I'll have to mount some new ones in. I suspect a 400 liquid fuselage will do for now, since the Andromeda Sari is using Saturn engines for the Mark II and Mark III, which have a lot more fuel consumption than your average engine. I'm going to have to place that in. I'm also going to have to place in new guns, which I have indeed removed the guns. They were turrets after all, so the turrets aren't allowed in CFC Season 5, so that's why I removed them. I'm also going to mount an additional 50 liquid fuselage, which are the Mark halves, I think. The Mark Zeros actually. And this is the Mark Zero Junior. Okay, let's get that straight. I'm going to mount Vulcans to this, so I'm going to grab my 20mm ammo. Get rotation on and get 5 ammo boxes in, which is roughly 1.5 times the amount of guns I'll be placing, which is recommended by Jolly Roger Aerospace, and I'll follow his code on that. So that's our fuel load, and our ammo load, of course, perfectly centered as it should be. Let's merge it into the aircraft. Perfectly centered. Have to mount the Vulcans too. Let's quickly mount those. Go back to the probe core. We of course attach everything on the probe core. If you can't attach it on the probe core, well then it's going to die first. It's going to be a major issue for an aircraft that's made for competitions. I'm going for 1500 max range on the Vulcans. This is at local, shouldn't be. Let's get you out of the aircraft to get you a more accurate position. We are going to have to modify the wings too, since I suspect that the center of lift isn't quite where it should be. Going to mount it higher up here. Nice hidden Vulcan. And the other two I am going to probably mount in the engine pods as per Charmander style. Although this is a Sadara aircraft. So Charmander style doesn't really apply to a Star Aerospace aircraft. Although it is my style. We're going to rotate these two and mount them. Going to quickly look over. No viewers, I probably messed up because I didn't go live. So it's probably entirely my mistake. And I'm also streaming at a very shitty point in time for my intended audience. But it's pretty much now the time when I have to stream, since I'm not allowed to go on the computer at night or even in the evening. I'm going to now mount my flare modifications, which credit goes to Hojoz for pioneering this design. He will also be entering CFC Season 5 with one of his aircraft. I found this to be very effective on the Winding Mini. More effective than the traditional flare setup I used on the Charmeleon, at the very least. I'm also going to mount my countermeasures as far back as I can. As far back as is visually pleasing, of course, because Hojoz's aircraft, they need to be visually pleasing. Let's move the flares a bit backward then too. You'll notice that the Andromeda Sire doesn't have a vertical stabilizer. That is because the yaw control is hidden in the fuselage. Gives it just a bit more endurance. And for the Mark II Andromeda Sire design, it also meant that it was a lot easier for the hold on a second, for the turrets, the M230 turrets that I mounted for PFC-10. It was easier to get than 360 coverage, 360 degree coverage, which is of course very important in a tournament. Fixated a whole lot on your guns, on your turrets in this case. I was allowed 4 turrets, so I of course mounted 4 turrets. Last flare box is going in now. Still nobody watching. Makes me sad. Because it did kind of pre-announce this stream. Well, that's the flare boxes sorted. And with the weight sorted, it's well within a good limit. We'll have to now sort out the center of lift, which it looks like it sorted out itself. We'll have to go slightly lower on the wing surfaces though, since it's not quite in the center. Well, I can actually not bother with that at all. Just forget about it. Let's see if the aircraft works. Because of course, you can just design stuff exactly as you want, but sometimes it won't work out. Alrighty then, now out of the SPH, sorry. Oh, it's a little bit more tail heavy than the landing gear is designed for, so we'll have to move the landing gear farther backwards. Which is a bit unfortunate, but we'll have to do anyway. Yeah, because the landing gear was based on the engine nacelles, and the engine nacelles were moved backwards by a whole lot. Of course it's gonna wobble. Let's quite think of that. So moving them back now. Perhaps a little bit further inward. Now I couldn't get away with that the previous time I built this. So I'll just have to do it like that. Yep. Lower than the front landing gear, that's exactly how I want it. If you are interested in joining me in the Discord chat, in the Discord voice chat, you'll have to go to my Discord, which is linked to my main channel, Hojoz Videos. So if you're interested in doing that, you'll have to go to there. Interesting. Oh yeah, everything was assigned to pitch. And my roll surfaces were neatly clipped away. That's exactly how I remember that being. Let's start the aircraft. Very fast off the line. Very fast into the air. Let's see how movable it is. Ooh, yes. 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 That's exactly what I expect from the Roda. Sorry. That is wonderful. I just want to do another high-speed turn. Yeah, it's a bit less maneuverable, but that's to be expected. Roll it again. Of course not the roll you'd like, but hey, let's be interested in that. Let's fire the missiles and see if there's any post-missile fire disorder. Because of course I did fit the parts to it. Let's do these weapon tests with my aircraft. Everything's away. Except for Vulcans. Let's see how we'll tell that. Looks like there's a notable absence of post-missile firing disorder, so that's good. Vulcans. Only one is firing. That is because they're blocked by the relents. Alrighty then. Back to the spaceplane hangar. As soon as I noticed that not all Vulcans were firing, I knew immediately what the issue was. So perhaps we can just clip these inward more. And move this to the outside. I'll also have to mount the Hellfires a bit farther outside for the Vulcans to have enough space to have a free surface which they can fire out of. Of course it helps my horizontal spread, so I'm not complaining. Horizontal spread of the Vulcans, which the more horizontal spread, the better your aircraft fires. That's at least how I understand it. Let's also just quickly remount this laser ball, targeting ball. The airfoil AR targeting ball, of course, is very essential to the CFC Season 5 season. Now I only have to fire the guns, and we'll know if the aircraft is now equipped properly to be put on the boat. Which, of course, yes, that's what CFC Season 5 is all about, the boats. Oh god, the launch on this. Well, it doesn't fly that good without enabling SCS. Oops. I should say it doesn't fly that well without enabling SAS. There we go. Here we go again. Just Look at the takeoff. It's lovely low speed movability. Ah yes, just look at that. Lose a lot of speed while doing so, but it's wonderful to see it. It's now finding all its tokens. Let's see. It's really beautiful. You want to see the pitch turn. How well the yacht hold up. Looks to be very nice. So that's pretty much all the modification work on the Nominasari. Oh, I love it when the modification work goes so quickly. Although I do just remember something. Perhaps if I enable my advanced tweakables, which I can't right here, so I'll have to go to the SPH and do it in the normal game settings, which, sorry for breaking up that little bit of content right there. Because I heard that you apparently just can assign different gimbals. You can change the gimbal allowance with advanced tweakables. Yeah, there you go. Advanced tweakables. Enable the advanced tweakables, apply, and go back to the SPH. Still no interesting voice chat. So, show actuation toggles. I want you only to gimbal at pitch. It's what I want from you. Yes, there you go. Oh, you even have fuel delivery overlay. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, perhaps I... That's pretty cool. And I want to see where the fuel comes from. Okay, that's me playing around with advanced tweakables. I've never had advanced tweakables enabled. I just want to make sure that you know that. But I think you already noticed that. Anyway, I'm happy with the maneuverability on this thing. Yep, no yaw gimbling. That's nice. Now let's see what kind of maneuverability that gives me. I never knew that you could just set your Panthers or Saturns to pitch only gimbal. That's wonderful. The person who told me that, thanks a whole lot, and I am actually sure that you live in the Jerry Discord. So here we go. Let's see gimbaling in action. Doesn't really do that much, does it? Should rather just have the gimbling off. Okay, alright, yeah. Gimbling shall be off, although I am just going to watch my own stream now for a second. It's really dropping frames, isn't it? Hold on a second, does that make my plane conserve more momentum? And this makes the aircraft more competitive because it has because it can conserve its energy, its momentum well. That's a cool thought. Anyway, sorry, done. Let's try to make a boat for this 71 part madness. Why is it 71 parts? I swear it was 72 parts last time I checked. It's Should be 2 parts, I think. Well, if it's 71, then it's just conserving the part, and if I don't know where the part was, it's probably just all fine. Anyway, let's cook up a boat for this one. We have, out of my head, just quickly calculating. We have 80 parts. 80 parts to spend on our boat. That's cool. That's very cool. I'm going to quickly do a Google now. Want to have a name for my boat, since the Andromeda Sari is named after when I discovered my Mass Effect Andromeda. I'll just very quickly search up a name of one of the races. Okay, I'm just... There we go. Turian should do nicely. Get our trunk core. Show off a little trick I'm doing. Now you're allowed 6 Vulcans, so what I normally do is I grab my 20mm ammo box. I'm going to mount 12 of them. That's right, 12 20mm ammo boxes. Right on the probe core. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Yes, I want to overwrite. Oh, I shouldn't have put the dot there. It's going to mess with my craft file. Yeah, there. It's messed with my craft file. Next up is, of course, our weapon manager. I haven't actually reconfigured my weapon manager on the Andromeda Star yet. Should do that. Firing info, of course, 1. Firing burst length 60. That's what I'm using on my boat. Missiles per target. Just put that to 3, just in case it defaults to the missiles per target on the boat, which I have suspicions for the AI doing that, so just be safe on that part. I have to make that ring beautiful, I'm sorry. What other things are required? Of course, the RPG generators. Mass isn't really applied to boats, at least not in this competition, so 2 RTGs will do. And then of course the radar, the mandatory TWS locking radar. Let's mount it on here. 12 rotated. That's kind of crazy. There we go. There's a radar. Very important. That of course helps with the Vulcans actually doing their firing thing. To place you over there for now. Okay, now for my idea here. I thought to myself, perhaps I could make a Mark II boat. Make it made out of Mark II fuselages for the aircraft made out of the Mark II fuselages. So I thought it was kind of funny. Checking these Mark II fuselages, they are not very long. It's going of course to cost me a lot of parts. It's beautiful though. There we go, flat surface. And now time to duplicate and place. Of course, it's going to do that. Oh god, am I going to have to rotate these manually? Yeah, looks like it. Oh, that sucks. Oh no, now it's fine. Let's make roughly a runway yay big. And of course I've completely forgot the decoupler. Oh gosh darn it, I forgot the decoupler. TD6 decoupler. See if it's placed the right way round. Of course shouldn't be decoupling from the ship. Right there. There we go. I think I can do some making. I think I can also make this boat kind of beautiful. I have the part count for that. Here, so it's going to be the coupler. Don't want it to glitch out though. There we go. Part count is 28. Yeah, I have the part count for that. Just quickly want to merge one of my other ships in to check on craft length. So I'm going to pick you the Formula Winglet. See how long you are, or craft length, runway length more like. Wow. That's like 1 or 2 in terms of runways. 1 or 2 fuselage in terms of runways extra. There goes, 32 parts. Don't want to. Why did it go to Formula Winglet? It's name priority, isn't it? So, there we go. HMS Turian. I accidentally launched the aircraft. Aircraft accidentally launched the boat. It's going to happen a lot, isn't it? I wonder how all this floats actually. It's of course Mark II fuselage. I usually use Mark III fuselages in my boats. Oh, it doesn't spaz out on the runway, which is good of course. I have to add ends to the boat, of course. This is a pretty boat, not a utilitarian boat like the HMS float boat, which is of course also written as HZMS, but I pronounce it HZMS without just pronouncing the Z because, well, can't be bothered, I guess. I'm going to rotate you. Come on, gotta rotate. Are you going to come with my mouse now? Yeah, thanks. There's your ends. Going to add caps to them. Completely white caps often look the best. Here's my experience with the modern KSP. Modern KSP texturing. This is what you get with black and white. This is what you get with dark, and this is not it, fam. I'm gonna save that. Now I'm going to have to make the bridge. It's going to be a very Very cool job. I think I can fit 2 Mark land accounts. 2 Mark land accounts, wow. 2 Mark II land accounts. Luckily I have still a slot open on the RTGs. Switch variant to rover. I like to use this as boat cabins too. There you go. A very nice boat cabin. Station further back from that. Actually make a very nice nice deck at the rear here. Could do that. Nice deck for the pilots to relax in, at, rather. Let's get the radar on there. There we go. Looks like the average boring barge now. Of course not going to be your average boring barge, because you're going to launch an aircraft from this, and the aircraft will try to annihilate a less boring barge, which is probably inferior. Well, let's be honest here. It's probably not inferior, it's probably better than this. Very quickly, I'm going to make a very nice rear deck out of this. For the captains of the boat. A bit off center there. It's more like it. And go nice deck for the captains. For the free parts. You have tons of parts to spend, which is nice for a change. So my boats actually, boat and aircraft combinations are right at the 150 part limit. That's why I'm saying it's very, very nice. Now I'm going to mount these Falcon turrets to the barge itself, fully knowing that it could possibly just give out, and the barge gives out. Although Mark III fuselages have been quite resilient until now. There's the middle of my barge craft. It's right here. This part. Come on, work with me, yeah? Okay, of course. I'm going to want to mount to there. Very well. I can favorite this ship. No, let's get these side guns mounted. There's a chance they'll actually get struck by the wing of the Andromeda. Sorry, but perhaps there's something worth actually waiting for till it happens. These wings. And of course it's going to be real fucked up. Let's try to rotate them. Yeah, they're going to follow the natural rotation of these wings. That fuselage. Get them up. Get them down. I feel like I'm down. Go. Yeah, that's our center boat. Vulcan position sorted. If I have just thought of, I should probably be angling these tokens. By like 15 degrees or so. Something like that. To make sure they can actually fire on the missiles. The mountain blower now, since I really fear them striking the Andromeda size wing. I should give them enough clearance. Should give them enough clearance. There we go. 30 degrees upwards. That's what I've given them. Duplicate these tokens. Mount them at the front too, of course. There we go. This is all the defense about gets in CFC Season 5. I'm willing to reconsider that for Season 6. Yeah, it looks much better. I should actually do that on the rear too. There we go. Yeah, it looks nice. So, reroute it. Actually, no. There's plenty of parts to play with, right? Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mount some lights. I'm going to mount some lights, illuminate this craft nicely with a giant Dutch flag. Yeah, has to be done, mate. Has to be done. Can't trigger the armor thickness. So like that. Oh wait, I just realized something. You'll be actually seeing the French flag when it's on the side. Ah well, they're Hojoz video's colors anyway. Let's then just call them Hojoz video's colors. Problem solved. Problem solved. Space them out nicely. Yeah. All looking nice and red here. This is our many parts are going to be going. Yeah. Amazing nationalism this, even though I do not necessarily support nationalism. I suppose just a product of refugees and them taking their gerbs. Jobs that they're too lazy to get anyway. Enough political commentary, I believe. You're not here for political commentary, you're here for KSP content. It's a live stream, of course. KSP live stream on youtube.com/ I don't know the URL of Hojoz videos of Hojoz extra out of my head because it doesn't have custom URL. That's simply the reality of it. It's based on the amount of evil needed consistently, I don't care. It's within the part limit. Yes. Be a lot of Dutch flags, a lot of lighting, and it's going to look rather Dutch here. 9 parts, yeah. I suppose we can just move these to the outer two most and make them blue. Yeah, I can do that. It's more efficient use of lighting too, because the center is white anyway. So like that. And minutes for the remaining parts to be going. I'm probably going to have to save 1 or 2. Yeah, it's okay. It's 1.2 minutes, but you're gonna have to generate that from somewhere. I don't think the RTGs getting mounted. Just 2 of them. Going to be able to keep up. Slowly moving all the lights till the constructive arch. Of course, that's what you're doing. We can see you unless you are using this as a podcast, which tend to use that. I tend to use live streams as podcasts. There's a lot of talking going on. Auto 2, yeah, I already have Auto 2 covered here. It's going to be in terms of lights. Very nice. And you have to mount the additional RTGs. We can mount 4 additional RTGs, so why not mount 4 additional RTGs? Right on the side of these cockpits. Why not? Just clip them in. There we go. 59 parts. Make sure it is exactly 150 parts once we're done. Nice. These are going to have to be reassigned to blue. There we go. It's blue. Okay then. Blue and red on the boats. Let's see how this looks. Well, I guess that's fine. Seeing the part count. It is perfectly fine. Preferred flight, and let's mount it to the Andromeda. Sorry. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Did I, on the Andromeda, sorry, attach an RTG? I didn't. Yeah. If the mountain RTG is going to be 72 parts, I'm going to be 1 part over the limits. Well, it sucks, doesn't it? Well, it's easily fixable. Back to the Turian. Going to keep everything in terms of lights. Everything I'm going to do is you're now assigned 11 ammo boxes. Not that these ammo boxes will ever get fully used up. Anyway, they won't. Just won't. If and when we get these ammo boxes fully used up, I'll be very impressed. There we go. Ammo boxes allowed properly. 78 parts, 78 parts. Reroute to the decoupler. Let's see if the Andromeda Sari can accept this as its boat. As you never know, perhaps it can't. Merge you. I was surprised at how tiny the boats look compared to the aircraft that we are mounting them to. There we go. I'm going to have to move it like that. Landing gear fits, that's good to see. Into the broker. Back's gonna get hit massively on this thing because the broker is at the back. There we go. Slight readjustment of that decoupler too, so that is like that. Yes, it's very pleasing. It's going to have a very short takeoff runway here. I wonder if I can make it work. There you go. Let's try to ask Grand Pendant. I can make this work if I quickly set the takeoff speed to like 40 something like that. I reckon I can make it work that way. Save it. Sort out naming priority. Oh cool. Even shines through at the bottom. Sort of naming priority. So that's... Oh, you can set it to hibernate and more. Wow. I figure vessel naming priority of 1 is the ship, and it's the HMS Turian. Accept. And quickly go back to the Andromeda Sari, where we will rename its broker back to the Sea Andromeda Sari with the vessel naming, which is a plane. There we go. Priority of 10 will make sure that it's prioritized with the boat. You can now delete the boat out of the save. If they're merged, everything is sorted as grandparent. Oh, we have 2 watchers. Someone's viewing. That's positive. Hello, dear viewer. I have no idea who you are. But the fact that you are watching, I can appreciate. So, load it up. Sure it does some water, and let's see how it does. With the what's passing out. Supposed to be handling that fine. The cup here apparently is under the yeah, that's going to cause some issues where the couple. Allow me to demonstrate. Oh no. So that my landing gear to widen the Andromeda Sari and it's going to slip off. That is an issue. How I'm going to solve this issue. Right here. Can just move the broker down a bit to solve this issue. Like this. That'll solve the issue. Now the landing gear. wheel inward a little bit, like that. Also going to hit your guns? No, probably not. And you can go back to launching again. Ah, the one viewer disappeared. I acknowledged the one viewer and it disappeared. Of course. Of course, it's always going to happen. Acknowledge the fact that you've reached a milestone, and the people that make sure that milestone is a milestone disappear. Yeah. And move the vessel. Funny how lighting is immediately enabled off the start because I enabled some lights. It's very funny to me. We'll be able to deposit you in the ocean. So how your buoyancy is. That's a little bit worse at the back. Expect that because you do not have many parts or much weight, and all the weight's at the back. I can balance that out by putting the fuel in the front though. No concerns as of yet. Let's oh yeah, oh no. I think that's going to be an oh no situation. But let's make the takeoff anyway. It is going to be an oh no situation because it crashes. Seems like we're going to have to mount one of those lighting fixtures. Too bad. And mount the lighting fixture. Okay, like that, sure. Save. The force percent to 0, perhaps. Not going to figure it out so much. And then if I put as much weight in the back as I can, perhaps I can make this a little bit of a ramp for the aircraft. Snap. If I can make it function as an automatic ramp, I know for sure that it will take off. Of course. I wonder if I make it take off at 30 meters per second, if it will take off. I wonder. Move the vessel. Get it right on the water. See if my modifications helped. A lot of 20mm ammo. A lot of 20mm ammo. Flag there and place the vessel. Definitely leaning more towards the back now. Detach. No separating issues there. And get you off the ground. Oh, yeah. The boat obviously has a lot of weight. Let's get this aircraft. Churian. Churian, you are going to have your radar enabled. Sorry, is now allowed to turn and enable guard mode. I haven't reconfigured those Hellfires to fire at 4 kilometers and die. No, I haven't. Well, that sucks for the Turian. Long fire interval there. Turian has detected the missiles. Will it fire at them? With the guns in range of the guns now. No gun action, no gun action, no gun action, no gun action. Guns are firing, guns are firing. Too late. Ah. Complete annihilation of the Turian. Ouch. Ouch. The entire ship is just gone. Snap, and it's gone. Should call this aircraft the CE Silibang. Silibang. Yeah, because of that. Yeah. Because their slogan is bang and the dust is gone. I believe that's how it goes. Yeah. Haven't modified their firing range. Bang. Bang, and the Turian is gone. Wonderful, wonderful jokes. Only jokes of the wonderful kind here on the Hojoz Extra stream. Yeah. There we go. Well, missiles configured properly. Looks like it. Gains range minimum 5 kilometers, engagement max. Actually make a max engagement range of 5 kilometers on these sidewinders. Besides that, 140 parts. So I could just make a ramp. I could make a ramp, yes. Let's make a slight inclination at the end of this. Boat, so we can make sure that the ballast is no longer needed. That will make sure the boat is ramp. Not that much ramp, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Should be enough ramp. Let's also see if it can take off at 30 meters per second. Very interested to see if it can. There we go. And then we put fuel oxidizer into that. Actually put some here. Something like that. And launch it again. Still love how no one's watching the stream. Oh well. Happens if you don't announce your streams. Well, I don't announce my streams so that I don't have stuff that I have to do. If you get what I mean. I'm very much a person that acts more on impulse than he acts on planning. Planning streams doesn't really work with me. That's what I'm getting at. Bouncy, bouncy. Detach, and we have the asymmetric ramp again. So it's an issue actually. No, it's not. Asymmetric ramp? Who cares? Looks like the ballast is working out nicely. Enable the radar. Let's see how much electricity it's losing. It's not. Let's see how much electricity it's losing. It's not. Nice phrase there. Oh, we have a viewer again. Hello, dear viewer. And he's gone. They're gone. Don't automatically assume that they are man. What are you? As soon as you acknowledge them, they're gone. There goes the... Sorry, let's see how the Turian acts. On the Asari firing missiles at it. Ooh, it's dropping frames. The stream's dropping frames. Oh no. Did it just freeze? It didn't, luckily enough. There come the missiles. They're too high. They were too high for these turrets. Very well. More angling is required. Oh, so we're going straight into the ocean. Yep. Still alive, the Turian is. Don't stop the Turian that easily. It's quite resilient, apparently. Another two coming in, and some gunfire, and it's gone. Too bad. Now then, angle the guns more. There we go. More angling on the guns. Well then, guns angled. Let's test that again. When we're done testing that, I'll test it against the Charmander and see if the Andromeda Asari can beat the Charmander. Or well, the Andromeda Asari and the Turian combination. Should be good. Burp. By the way, what I am going to do from now on is enable the radars myself after the aircraft have deployed, because, well, kinda helps. I discovered that it kinda helps. Let's get you to take off again. Very nice. Now I shall control you myself. Now it's a little bit easier to read the numbers. battle at 7.8. Sorry. Yep, there we go. Battle starts. Let's enable the radar on the Turian. Sorry, coming in. Looking nominal so far. A lot of angle on those guns. Let's hope it works. Let's hope it does the job. And there come the first Hellfires. Nope, 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 nope. Oh. Angling didn't work. Extra angling on the guns didn't work for this attack, at least. And boom. Yeah, that's... Oh, it's shooting at the Andromeda, sorry. It is, however, shooting at the Andromeda, sorry. It's battered, it's dead, but it is shooting at the Andromeda, sorry. Brilliant stuff. Andromeda, sorry, fires. Actually set to just fire 2. Set to fire 3 the target. Why wasn't it doing that? Now fire's coming in. Turian. Let's see if it can engage. No, it can't. It couldn't engage again. Now then. Poor Andromeda, sorry. Or Turian. It's dead now. These boats, they can't really shoot, can they? Well, knowing that, I think it's time to put it up against the Charmander. Hold on. Let's get to the side of the Charmander. And by the way, for all these Americans and Northern America people, or well, America people, this is what it feels like for me watching you stream in the middle of the night, or while I have to go to school. This is how it feels. On to the Charmander we must go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Yes. Stand reference your legend. CFC logo. That's right. To the Charmander. And to the CFC logo. Of course. Has to load them in. What I'm going to very quickly do is move vessel. Rotate. Down again. And then spawn the vessel. I shall spawn the Sea Andromeda Mark III. See if I should do any tweaks on the AI. Lovely and straight. There it is. The Sea Andromeda, sorry. Quickly turning off the lights though. Lag prevention, such. There we go, 2 kilometers. Place you down. I don't get why the proper shifts so much. At least the decoupler. 5. Detach charger. Detach AA. And let the battle commence. As its usual hub. Let's enable the radar on both the Dutchian and the Turian. I can work with the Charmander now. Or the oh no. Oh no. This is why you have 5 people. The Charmander did not make it off the boat. That sucks. We shall wait for the infinite loading. There we go. Load it up now. Charmander. Detach Char-Char. Detach AA. Deforming the boat again. And start competition. Both are taking off fine. Nice. No concerns then. Both taking off, both slightly closing on each other. Charmander has decoupled its gear. Recessive gear. The Hojoz is rapidly moving away from it. Some guys changing the AI. The fact that it's actually moving at 200 meters per second. I wanted to move 200 meters per second away. It is set to 200 meters per second. 200 meters per second is the max it can fly away with. So that's why I wanted. And there we go. Competition starts. Time to enable the Turian and the other one too. It's engaging. Oh, the missiles. The N120 is already away. GT missiles for the Charmander. Some roll stuff, roll issues with the and then it's trying to now aim its mines, which it has done. One of them is rapidly heading towards not the Charmander, somewhere else in the Charmander, which already heading, shooting the guns. I see some yaw issues. It's not getting my public yaw too well. Sleeping. And that's what's causing its aim issues, although it has just hit the Charmander. Wow. Another hit! I believe it's coming very close to the Charmander. Yeah, it is coming so very, very close to the Charmander. However, it is probably starting its yaw a little bit. So I see Charmander looks like. It lost its yaw. Yeah, it lost its yaw. Let's lost something else. Oh yeah, there goes all the stuff on the Charmander. Yikes! Massive yikes! It is the Charmander all out of engines. That is a dominant performance from the Andromeda. Sorry. Didn't even need the Turian. Oh, the Turian died though. Turn isn't very effective against those missiles, those Hellfires. Well, the only thing left to do for the double A is to get rid of the Dutchian. Oh no, it's going to do another Vulcan attack on the Stumbling Charmander. Oh, that's very close. Oh, the Charmander actually tried to shoot at the Dominus. Yeah, perhaps I should just put a conventional stabilizer on the Dominus for the next version. It's very limited in part count already in part to those lights, so I want to keep those lights, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep the simply Jaws, because it has services in its name. That's right, all services get in the Andromeda Sar's belly. The completely disintegrated Charmander now heading for the ground. It is the Dutchian still alive. And back goes the Andromeda Sari to fire on the Dutchian. Dutchian, of course, doesn't really have a chance. Damn, has a lot of liquid fuel left. It's really heavy. Unexpended like around 100. How many minutes into the battle is this? 3 minutes 14 seconds. Expended 100 fuel. Marker empty. I'm going to keep the fuel as is. Sorry, then rapidly heading towards the Dutchian is going to enable its targeting ball any minute now, which it has now, and it is going to fire. Yeah, gonna fire now. Just one. I think there's an issue with the placement of the missile rails, perhaps too close to the wing of the aircraft. Perhaps that's why it's not firing as much as I'd like to see it fire. Dutchian, meanwhile, it only has 3 guns left. Turn is dead. Well, it's not really, because the Propor is still alive, but hey. Focusing back on the action. Andromeda Sari has its lock on now. Very, very fine. It's Hellfires, more Hellfires, there we go. Another Hellfire goes towards the Dutchian. And another one. All but one. Yep. Everything expended now. A lot of explosions on that Dutchian. And lost all its guns. So, finished Andromeda Sari victor. Victor of round 1. First 3 wins, of course. And if it wins, then I'm going to move on to the Charmeleon. There we are, back loaded. Looking forward to the second battle. Very much interested in how the second battle will pan out, and if the Andromeda Sari will win it too. Let's see, yep, craft settling down now. Detaching the Andromeda Sari and the Charmander now. And the battle starts. It knows too far down, yep. If it knows too far down, don't have to restart. For wow. For convenience, I should actually just set the Charmander's takeoff speed to 0. You're just gonna take off. Don't worry about it. Because if I do that, then these splashing issues won't happen, I think. Because the Charmander doesn't think it has gotten off the ground. That's how I view this. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of tweaking to the AI of the Charmander. There's the AI of Mander. Of Charmander. Takeoff speed to 10. Well, it isn't quite 0, but I guess it'll do. Separate it and separate it and start it. Take it off, take it off. You'll be fine, you'll be fine. Nice. Back to direction. Enable radar. Back to the Turian. Enable radar. Back to the Charmander. Which has now disengaged its bogey, its system, its dolly system. Now moving away from the Andromeda side, which is huge compared to the Charmander. Both moving away from each other at rapid speeds now. It'll surely be only a little while before they'll re-engage, and I'll have to enable the guard modes on the modes which I have done now. Charmander turning towards the Turian. It has now fired its two Hellfires, and the A120s have also been fired by the Andromeda side and are now coming in. Coming rapidly now. First 120 misses, and the second one does too. Surely before the Charmander gets turned, it will have another issue with the Andromeda side. So the Turian has once again splashed into pieces. It has. Ooh, an A9 heads towards the Andromeda. Sorry, 2 A9s head towards the Andromeda. No, it's an A9 and an A120 towards the Andromeda. Sorry. Ooh, I have never seen that from a Charmander. Apparently, it really struggles when it detaches all missiles from one side. Gonna try to aim the Vulcan towards the Andromeda. Sorry. Slight little burst, but it's not going to do anything towards Andromeda Sire, which will surely be now looking to turn on the Charmander and get its guns. Surely the Andromeda Sire has a way better turn rate. Already turned back and is now firing those fierce and damaging Vulcans. Going towards the Charmander. Not very stable to fire. Oh yeah! There's our hit. There's the hit I was expecting. As usual, it's lost its jaw. The gunfire coming very close towards the Charmander. Oh yeah, there it goes. All the guns. I mean all the engines, and from there it's just a murder waiting to happen. Everything's exploding now on the back of that beautiful Charmander as the Andromeda disengages. It is just the entire back end has been completely annihilated on the Charmander. Let's see how the Turian's doing. Yeah, it didn't expect much better. See how the Dutchian is doing. Yeah, didn't expect much worse. Whoa, it's actually the Charmander. It's Charmander. Post-mortem firing towards the Andromeda side. It's post-mortem firing. Something it's apparently very good at. That is That's interesting. Post-mortem firing then. Here you see the Andromeda Sai wanting to engage with Hojoz. It's out of range though. Engage anyway. I thought I had set you to 1500. The other two, I didn't set the other two to yes. I didn't set the other two to 1500, did I? That's where I failed. Short pass. Something blew up again on the Charmander. Not something I can see necessarily, but it's again. Yes, the Charmander going down. And the Andromeda Sai pursuing it. Yeah, perhaps it's quite useful stuff. Charging towards the ground now. Going back up. That's really not much I have to change in this Andromeda Sai. I'm happy with it. Apart from the Vulcans, of course, firing at 2500. Which is unintended behavior. So I'm going to fire at 1500. Not 2500. I mean, just look at the ammo count there, it's nearly gone. Anyway, the Andromeda Sai in history has always been a very good aimer. And you can see it once again here as the Charmander tumbles towards the ground. The victory for the Andromeda Sai is imminent. It now only has to destroy the destroy the Dutch ship. Going has to destroy the Dutch ship, but it first has to, of course, see the Dutch ship. But actually it's going to try and get a shot at the Charmander. Interesting. Going to try and fire some Hellfires towards the Charmander. As I said, very interesting. And then the Charmander not quite eliminated according to the Andromeda Sai. It has to fire something at it. It feels as though going straight to deduction, which is the only real threat if it had a proper gun setup. 30mm ammo for 20mm guns. That's so stupid. Closing in now. No lock, it says. Unfortunate. Going to have to pitch down a little bit there. Still has no guidance. Don't get my standard guidance. It's blocked by the. Oh, why are you pointing mirrors? He is still pointing towards you. Still pointing towards Charmander. Can't get a lock on the Dutchkin. Still pointing towards the Charmander. Ouch. Yeah, that is an issue. Of course it doesn't have lock. You can lock it. It's now reset, it's going to hopefully now try to lock on to the Dutch. It's not. It's going to. Well, I think I just fucked it up. switching, yes, yes. And now it's locked. Okay then. Turn 100 meters. Yeah, that's technically deduction. Where is it locked down? It's locked at a completely unrelated thing. Okay, then I think I fucked that up. I shouldn't have messed with the targeting ball. Well, I think I'm satisfied now with the Andromeda size, so I'm going to test the next aircraft. The next aircraft being the HE Formula Winglet. Once a PFC 9 regulation aircraft, this is going to now be a CFC Season 5 regulation aircraft. Back then in PFC 9 I couldn't get it armed correctly without it falling out of the sky, so I had to put a very light ammo load, a very light load on it. It flies okay now. It has to do, it has to be fine. It has to be fine. To the spaceplane hangar then. Where is? No, I shouldn't have gone to the spaceplane hangar. Well, while we're at the spaceplane hangar, I suppose we could just convert the Charmeleon. Yeah, let's do that then. Let's convert our plans into converting the Charmeleon. So, gone. You're still here, enjoy it while you can. Don't have your entertainment show. Christmas High. Don't know any more of the lyrics. Very much Robbie Williams fan. Let's get rid of the turrets. Let's get rid of the ECMs. Ledgehammers. Come back, come here. Come to me. Alrighty then. I think I also have a unit to generate electricity here. No, I don't, apparently. In that case, it's going to make my job only very much easier. Go away with those. Go away with those. Going to need you. Looks clean, fine, neat and dandy. I want to know actually the center of mass without any of the missiles on. Forgot to do that on the Andromeda side. Well, I guess it's not that bad. Could also always do it on the next version. Oh yeah, I was actually going to modify the Andromeda Sorry slightly, wasn't I? So on Charmeleon Mark II. We're going to go back to the Andromeda Sorry. And set the guns to 1500. Those very accurate guns. Surprisingly accurate. Don't engage missile, don't engage SLW, and 1500 to you. Righty then. The gun here above, placed very much above. Yeah, you're also all of it already set to the right amount. Right there. Anything else I was going to change? Oh yes. Down the missiles by a little bit. And up here by a little bit. There. Oh, that must be enough clearance. We actually have drop time. No, they don't. Alright then. That's enough modifications for you. Going back to the Charmeleon. Center of mass. The center of lift is kind of fucked up here, yeah. Going to fuck it up even more though. Because since the length is not necessary, I'm going to shift you a long way back. A long way back. There you go. And shift you back to right thereabouts. Modify you, go forth more to maintain that lovely angle I have from there. You can go back here. Back on, you go. Well, actually, I could just put this entire tail back and lower too. Converting this a little bit into a Charmander, aren't I? So you can go forth more. Outer Bell is technically not a Charmander. It's a damn Charmeleon, right? Put you back right onto here. There. Tiniest man fight on my asshole. Back more. Otherwise, you put you more to the front if the hand of lift like that, yep. Yeah, they are inverted. Shouldn't be inverted, so like that. Overweight stick at the end. Or to the front you go as well. Just going to do that. Yes, and looks very nice. Looks to be very nice. Looks good. Going to add a Procore. Since the airframe will do fine without a Kerbal. Really will. Believe me when I say that it'll do fine without a Kerbal. Then we're going to put it though. Heck, let's put it on this side. RTG, into the middle, go into the middle blocks. I said middle my ass, the Procore said. Back to me. To remove center of mass, center of lift in order to make the judge whether this is middle or not. There. Roughly there. Lift mass. New routes. For the heck of it, just 3 routes. No. I shouldn't. Oh, this is the new Charmeleon, sorry. H, and you're probably right. Yeah, right. Gonna have to put fuel in. I think 4 Mark 0 liquid fuselages will do. Will do fine for me. There. Oh no. Thought I had already placed them. There, intakes on 4 of them in lines. Go back in there. Really go in there. Hold on a second, I should actually put some ammo on as well on them. Let's go for open box. At the bottom. Like that, and the Vulcan box at the top too. Love how I'm referring to them as Vulcan box, by the way. Vulcan box. Yeah, you gotta love that. And then 4 more Vulcan boxes. There we go. 4 more Vulcan boxes. Put them in with the other Vulcan boxes. And then put the entire assembly in. There we go. Slightly off center of mass now. That's simply because the entire aircraft is a little bit off. Now, of course, is the time to place in the Vulcans. A nice hidden Vulcan. Yes, indeed. The Vulcan setup on the Andromeda Sire is really nice, so I'm going to aim to duplicate that. A few Vulcans allowed in the competition, of course. 1500 meters for you too. The spy plane, no. Yeah, that looks very nice. And then typical Charmander secondary guns. Why do I call them secondary guns when they're not secondary? It's just a main gun. Yeah, it is. It really is. There we go, Vulcan. There we are. 1500, no missile, no the SLW. There you go. Like that. Going to also put the flares where they were on the AA. have to put those missile wheels slightly outwards. Slightly outwards. There. Time to put on the missiles. Oh, I forgot the flare boxes. Very important, flare boxes. All the way at the back. Then center of lift, center of mass indicators now. It's just arming and making sure the flare boxes are on correctly. There we go, that's one unit. Going to put this one on the plane's tail, just because I can. And because it makes the most sense, seeing as the space I have left. Still no one has turned me the first yet. Huh. Ah, yes, there we go. I have to go quickly pee now, so I'm sorry. There we go. Quick pee, always recommended. If you have to go and pee, of course. Back to arming this thing. Don't want any decouple speed and don't want any drop time. Never employ those. With 8.4 meters, yeah, that's going to be an issue. Can't allow it. There's an 8.4 meter width. So I'm going to significantly significantly dial that back. That's it now. 7.8. That'll do fine. Next width, of course, 8 meters. Standard loadout, so that means 8 Hellfires. 2 120s. Eight meters width. Can just allow that. Minimum. That. Detonation distance 7. No drop time. No decouple speed. Conscious max 5. Couple speed none, drop time none. 7 detonation distance override, and I'm going to allow this one to engage surface as well. 8.2 meters. Looks like the 120 or the 9 has kinda extended that limit. 8.0. Well, I'm going to pull the wings back a little bit more. A little bit forward wings too. Makes it look beautiful. Of course, we really want beautiful planes. Beautiful plan is happy plan. You can quote me on that. I don't mind being quoted on that. With 7.7. It's not as much of a white boy anymore. Ah, that's the max I'm going to clip them in. There we go. That's... Hey, what are you doing? Why are you not centered? Why the fuck are you not centered? Not uncentered targeting ball is uncentered. Not centered properly, so I'm going to have to reinstall my FLIR. What? FLIR targeting ball on the bottom of the aircraft, right there. Put you back. Retract a little bit. Going to put these ones back as well. Want my countermeasures as far back as possible. That way I can't really be hit in any bad way by them. By their missiles. 59. These aircraft aren't really heavy on parts. Let's see how it flies. Productivity, people, very essential. I still really want to play Forza though. Everything enabled. No spasms. Doing good so far. Enable image. Yes. I love the slow takeoff times on my new aircraft. Ooh, yeet. Extraordinary turn time. Extraordinary roll time. Doesn't even have gimbling enabled. Yes, yes, yes. This is exactly what we want. Weapons test to make sure nothing is passing the aircraft out. so far. What are they stuck on? They're stuck on the aircraft itself. Yeah. Damn it. I'm going to have to move those a bit forward. Geez, that was some nice maneuverability there. Going to move them outward. Forward slightly. Outward. You gotta roll that R. And then like that, and just a little bit forward. Nah, just even need to go forward. You know what? I'm going to re-auto-strut it as grandparent as well. Let's fly the aircraft. A very short one. Very white one. 30 meters per second takeoff speed. It's very nice and slow takeoff speed. I like that a lot. Oh, that performance, man. That craft performance. Living life dangerously. I have to live life dangerously. No, I don't actually. I mean, it's a film quote, so I'll quote it anyway. Everything's clear. Let's see the turn time on this bitch. Oh, lovely stuff. Let's see how well it does with keeping up in a pitch roll, pitch turn. Yeah, looks nice. You're gonna have to make sure that it's roughly same flying distribution as the Andromeda Sari, so it shouldn't be all that bad. Okay, that's very nice. So now that that test flight is over, we can get back. We can get to the run of the boat. Run of the boat, which is the HMS Happy Squirtle. Why? I'm gonna put this one into the water. Previous Squirtle wasn't in the water. So we're going to have 71 parts to allow on this. On this one, I'm going to do a very unique design. There we go. There's your probe core. And then weapon manager. Split target free. Firing it all the way down, firing burst all the way up. And now for the uniqueness. What I'm going to do is very simple. That's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna have to move this like this. Okay, it just won't be like that, so like that more. Yeah, I'm going to have to rebuild this fairing. This looks ugly now. Want it to be like a turtle shell, roughly. Want it to resemble a turtle shell. But because the broker is there, not going to be able to, so I'm going to do that. Edit fairing again. Looks more like a turtle shell to me. And here's the crazy thing. Oh, you can't duplicate fairing shapes. Oh, that sucks. I was really counting on that. I'm going to make a runway. On the back of turtle shells. That's what I'm going to do. On the back of 2 turtle shells. How does that sound? Pretty creative? Yeah, I thought so. I'm going to edit this. To be more like the other. Let's move it down here a little bit. And move it in now. Mission in now. Okay, that'll do roughly. Something like that. The parts are on 16. And connect to type A. That'll do nicely. Like that. And then copy. And paste these. Something like that. Then starting from here, gonna go slightly upward every time. Like here's somewhere too. and go slightly upwards. Add some structural elements. Like that. The coupler. TD06. The coupler. Like, of course, tutorials extra. Streaming for the win. Don't want it to be. Yes. It's attached correctly. There. Thereabouts. Now TWS. We're going to go into the other one. Oh, I don't want two of you. Oops. Into the ferry right there. Two BB knocks to make sure they're fed power. And now for the 6 guns. Structure element needed there. Make it look like as if the guns are attached well. There we go. Structure element made. Now simply just for the front and back guns. Lol, 12 guns, no. Now just the back guns remaining, the front guns remaining, sorry. I'm going to need a structure element to that. I'm going to use some tube. structured fuselages, tubes, however you want to call them. There. That should be all done. Other Stratus grandparent. Now to put the aircraft on, or rather, reboot. Put you on the aircraft. Aircraft Charmeleon. There you go, Charmeleon. Squirtle. Oh no, I didn't merge. And it happens sometimes where you forget to merge. Just merge this time. Want it to be on an actually centered part. Like that. Centered part. So you can't really F up that either. If you rotate it on the correct slide. I always say side instead of slide. I always said slide instead of side because I like to do that. There we go. Hope this is enough for the Charmeleon. Because it's take off speed to what? Oh. They seem to be moved. Missile target 2, make that like 3. Yeah. Take speed is 30. 29, 30. For the appropriate craft naming, for your vessel naming, 31. And then you. Wait hold on a second, I can name the broker differently, can I? Your vessel naming, which is name it Charmeleon. And then via your vessel naming, you're going to be priority 10. And there you go. I wonder how that'll behave. Well then, Charmeleon on the back of 2 Squirtles. Time to fly test you. Loading. Awful loading. Loading awfulness. This one loading awfulness. And there we go. Oh, I wanted to move vessel. Me sad now. Seems to be holding up fine. For now at least. Put on the brakes. Wonder how this gun setup will behave. Place vessel. Okay, it's a tiny bit. Should probably strut that. Wonder how it'll go. Strutting though. Oh, that's right. Check your staging, people. Check your staging. If you don't check it, apparently the entire boat falls apart. I don't want my entire boat to fall apart, not necessarily. Get this ammo count back to 11. Normally you say turn it up to 11. I'm going to say turn it back to 11. There we go. Why do we attach this weight to the proper and the place of the weapon manager? You know why I do that? Very simple. Very simple reason why. I found out that if it's gonna explode, if the boat's gonna explode, it's gonna sink. It's gonna sink the weapon manager straight to the seafloor. If it sinks straight to the seafloor, it's very hard to hit. Back to the waiting. Move the vessel. I still haven't checked my staging if I all the way there. Was fixated on another issue and then you just don't check your staging. It always happens to me. Yep, seems fairly rigid now. Charming didn't roll backwards. I enabled it. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Let's fly it away from the happy squirrel. Engage gun with both. It's actually just going to deploy the 8 lines on happy squirrel. Okay, that would be very funny. Make a turn. Meanwhile here, enable the radar. Let's see how this is gonna go. This is gonna be great, guys. Charmander is not engaging. Why is it not enabling its... What? It didn't enable the... Go all passive mode on it. Please don't say it went all passive mode. Oh, it looks like it, isn't it? It's not getting the targeting ball to the happy squirrel. Yes, not. Fine now. We're going to functional team B. No. Oh. Complete another passive mode. In my passive mode. Well, this is the first ever time that I've seen go passive mode. It's just trying to aim very nice. Hold on a second, I'm restarting and jump down very quickly. So that the mind's ability to make surface. Surface, navigate surface. Yeah, it has gone full passive mode. It is something I did not expect because it hasn't ever happened to me. I'm going to simply have to revert flight to space plane hangar. Because they aren't waking up. They weren't waking up. Weren't waking up to the fact that they were now enemies. And full passive mode. Going to have to round off the stream pretty soon here. Nearly time to eat. There we go. Should be all now all set for a very nice episode, for a nice competition. It's very close to that sea, isn't it? No. As long as it's not too close, I am fine with it. There you go, let's see what's wrong with the charm here. aim its one. Tries to aim its aim 9. Still trying. Still trying. Okay, it goes wrong because it's trying to aim its aim 9. And now it's only now trying to aim its Hellfires. Oh well, didn't roll fast enough. Ooh, it's a very, very late one. Very late one. Yeah. The Happy Squirtle didn't have a chance. It's now less of a Happy Squirtle. Only the front is gone though. Charmander will have to have another go at it. I'll on go 4 more, 3 more Hellfires, although those Hellfires have only just launched into the sea. The Happy Squirtle is still able to put up a fight if the Charmander chooses to fly above it. Anyway, the A9 here not having an effect. We know that now, so I'll change that in the settings. Only now it fires its Hellfires. All the Hellfires. It's never ever going to engage with its A9, so yeah. Okay, now we've learned something again. The fact that it was trying to engage with A9 all along meant that it wasn't able to engage. It was an experiment from me. I thought perhaps if I set the A9s to engage the boat, then maybe we could get rid of all the A9s. Anyway, the Happy Squirtle seems to be taking one hit very well. It is good to see. Although a very, very, very last minute missile completely destroyed the entire front end. Anyway, let's get those A9s to not fire anymore. And get you right to Charmander. Charmeleon versus Charmander. That's going to be a very fun battle. And let's search up the Charmeleon Mark II. There we go. Loading Charmeleon. Please stand by. There we go. Let's place you down. Very soft and gentle touch thanks to those fairings and wings mainly making up the boat, making it very, very light. The dash. The dash. pushing down there. It's gonna go wrong. How did the trampoline do? It's doing fine. No. Was that press of F5 long enough to make that a quick save? Please. Sometimes get F5 and F9 confused. I certainly do not hope so. It was. So, suppose that those are slight technical difficulties. There you go, charming here. Spawned relatively far away. Right thereabouts. I have to rotate it this time because I rotated Charmander last time, which is why I didn't have to rotate it anymore. This time I'm going to have to rotate you. There you go, place. F5. Touch. Touch. Transition. Disable takeoff. Whoa. And it's very risky there, Charmeleon. It kind of ran into the sea there. A little bit, just a little bit. And gonna turn now. Mission turn now. As is the Charmander. I suspect that I'm gonna have to trim the roll levels on the Charmeleon to make it less rolly. And thus better in making a decision and committing to an attack. As you can see, it's very much rolling. Rolling on and on and on and on and on. Forgot to enable the radars. It's going to be very difficult here with the Squirtle. We're missing the action, yep. But I'm going to have to do what I'm going to have to do. Enable radar. Ooh, explosion. Which Charmander? Which Charmeleon? Whoa, whoa, whoa. This wasn't happening when I was flying you. Whoa. What happened there? My guess is too much yaw. Flying nicely though. Charmander having the gun aimed. You're really going to have to turn up now. Yes. Only just. But it made it. Anyway, that was some very weird behavior there that I tuned into. I didn't expect that from an aircraft that was looking this stable in the first place. Anyway, close aim 9 doesn't quite hit. Committing back on an attack to the Charmander now. So Charmander is also facing and deploying aim 9s. Deploy a flare, deploy a flare, deploy a flare, deploy a flare, deploy a flare. Why didn't you deploy a flare? I don't understand. Why didn't you deploy a flare? Why? You should just... Why are you going head on with the missile and not deploying flares in the process? That is just asking to be killed. That actually annoys me, because sometimes the AI does that. And why do you do that? You have to deploy more flares. Why do you do that? Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't. Going to turn the roll surfaces now. Perhaps that was a cause of instability. And what I'm also going to do is go to the AI on this aircraft. Right there. Right there's the AI. I want you. Reduce takeoff speed to 20 meters per second there in the hope and it won't brush the CS much. And time to launch competition. That's not going to make it. All settled. Start competition. Shambles goes forward too much. God fucking damn it. Charmander, why you do this? People are watching and you're constantly crashing into the sea. Why do you do this? You haven't done it that much. When I was testing the other entries, but now you decide to. I see how it is. I see how it is. You just don't like me. You don't like me streaming. Well, the crowd had turned up. Also, it suggests that. Oh, that's just because It's not quite the right time to stream for that crowd that supposedly turned up. Ah, there we go. Deploy. Deploy. Start. What? Okay, what did... What happened? You know, I think I'm done for today. I think I'm quite honestly done for today. So, thanks for watching the VOD, because again, no one joined the stream. And yeah. Let's get these Vulcans some use, because they haven't been used. It's legit not even... Why are they not firing? Did I place 30mm? Hey, I did place 30mm. I'm done. Yeah, I'm totally done.